Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another episode, folks. I'm once again in the Stranglethorn Vale. I am gonna butcher this name so many times. But yes, we are carrying on with our quests here in Stranglethorn Vale. Now we have to do the normal tigers and I think the normal panthers, and I think the normal raptors. I think then we move on to something like the elder versions of these or something like that. Anyways, yeah, we are back here. We're gonna continue doing this. That's pretty much the plan. When we finish with this, I'm probably gonna go to Tanaris or Tanar. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that name. But yeah, it's I think in the other continent, whatever it's called, and it's right next to the Ngoro crater, and I think basically that's the route I'm gonna take. After that, I'm not quite sure, but basically, so far we're doing all right. Leveling wise, I'm happy with the progress we're making. I am actually at a level where I don't know. I didn't actually see it in the back of my head. I didn't think I'd be here as quick as I am, so I'm happy with the progress I made. Especially bearing in mind how long it is since I've been absent from this game. There we go. We got young panthers there. We don't really want that. There are a couple of high-level things that we do need to do. I don't know exactly how I'm going to go about it. I think it all depends on how much we level up. We also have these dudes over here. We have a quest in this area. So I'm trying to be careful because the casters here are an absolute pain. They do have 2 healing spells, so taking these guys out can be quite difficult and mana draining. Let's see if I can actually pick up this bit right here. So obviously if we see any tin mines or we'll go and pick that up. We still need to level it up, so that is one thing that we are looking for. So there's our tiger right there. Might as well grab this whilst it's available to us. You know, we don't want anyone else picking it up for us or instead of us. That sounds even better. So yeah, we're going to continue with what we've got here. I don't know how long it's going to take me to go through all the quests. I'm not going to rush it too much. I am going to try and enjoy this area. This is actually like one of the areas in Classic that I like, which is really weird because I also like the plague lands as well. So they're kind of at the opposite scale. This is all about animals, creatures, and all sorts of like that. Whereas the plague lands, you kind of facing all the undead and whatever they have on their side. So two interesting zones at the opposite ends of the spectrum, to be honest. But it's cool. I mean, the game does have a lot to offer, so I'm happy with that. My bar of spells and abilities is starting to look a bit fuller with abilities. By the time we probably get to Outlands, there'll be much more going on my hot bars and stuff like that. So yeah, there's that as well. Okay, that one's been murdered. There's some stuff around here. I do need to be careful. That's the other thing. And this is okay. We've got tigers here. I think we also have the Venture Co. Goblins. I think they are that we need to deal with. These things could potentially be high level. So yeah, I don't know how we're gonna cope with it. It might be tricky. I'll give one a go. If I can do this here, then that would be absolutely brilliant. I'm not quite sure how this is going to work. I might need to pull a level before I come back. But if I can do it now, then I'll take it. I mean, because it's higher level than me, it should yield decent experience. So I think that's the way. That's one of the reasons I wanna try and get it done. So we are at 4 of 10 tigers now. Okay, so I'm looking at basically, I don't know. My health and mana are decent, I guess. but I'm gonna top up just in case we get into trouble. I do want to get that tiger down there though, and then potentially I might look at getting one of these, or trying out one of these goblins. I suppose I could always try and run away, but that's always an option for me. I mean, to be honest, so far I'm doing quite alright. I'm also looking, let's see what dungeons we have. Okay, so we do have Scarlet Monastery available to us. That might be a thing that's going to happen. Might as well go do a couple of runs of Scarlet Monastery. That's actually a dungeon that I like, and I haven't, you know, again, I haven't been in there, but I liked it when I did it. When I used to play this regularly, and I used to farm it regularly. Right, let's see. So, what do I do with this dude? Is it worth trying? This probably will be a difficult test for me. Okay, he's a caster, so that's kind of bad. Let's see how we do against this dude. I do have a decent amount of mana drinks, so I could potentially try and complete this quest. So far, so good. I will need, by the looks of it, a heal just to stay on top, possibly 2 heals. But as you guys can see, it is draining my mana pretty quickly, just trying to take this dude down. I am going through spells quite quickly. So, yeah, I am using some auto attacks. Okay, we might need... Oh, he's a runner. Oh, I don't like these. That's fine. We got him in the end. So that's what we need. We need a crystal. So, yeah, it is doable. Meaning, I'm going to be farming these dudes. There is a chance of things going wrong here. And that thing right there, that is what worries me. See, that's one that I remember that does... so like an NPC that I remember that does wander about here that I used to avoid. For good reason. Especially at this level. It's, yeah, we're not going to have a good time with it. So, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to be super duper careful with how I farm these NPCs here. So I'm going to stick to the outskirts. I don't really know that guy's patrol routine. Oh, there's a tiger for us. Might as well. Okay. There we go. I mean, tigers we can do. Tigers are easy. They're not that complicated for us. Okay, I've got 1 point to use up. Might as well do that as well. So as you can see, this is how I've spec'd with regard to my healing spec. I am a holy paladin, so that means my healing spells are favored over all other spells and abilities. So at the moment, I think about this level is where the different classes start to branch off. Not classes. So, like, in terms of paladins, this is where you start seeing the differences in the specs, if that makes sense. So, you know, the paladin on healing will do a lot better than, as far as healing goes, as far as roll, as compared to any other spec. Of course, the one that's spec'd to be a tank will do better at that role than any other speciality, and so the same thing applies to the DPS role. So I think up to this point they're kind of very, very similar. They don't do a lot, but I think from this point on is where you start seeing them be different. I'm going to come back to the goblins. I don't feel too confident with them at the moment. They kind of worry me. I think I might need probably another level. I'm going to finish the target quest anyway, get this out of the way, just in case I botch up anything. So I'm here, there's tigers, might as well just do that. These guys are within our abilities. So might as well, you know. Okay, we need 2 more tigers. And let's find us some more tigers. There's one right there. Get a quick heal off. Make sure we are fully healed just to have that extra advantage. We're doing alright for mana, to be honest. They aren't very mana draining, so that's kind of cool. Okay, I'm just kind of looking at the health bar. Oh, I'm guessing that's a troll up there. That's wondering about. I need to be careful not to pull too many things. That's always going to be a problem, especially here in this region. We're not at a point where we can deal with multiple targets, so I don't want to complicate myself in my life with too many things to do at the same time. Alright, so this should be the last tiger that we need for the quest. To be honest, I haven't really planned out a path, if that makes sense. I'm just going to go for what's closest to me and then move on from there, depending on, I suppose, how I feel and stuff like that. But ideally, if I start something and can finish it, depending on the levels and stuff like that, if it's doable, I will be doing that. I'll basically stick to that until it's done. Then I'll move to another area. So that is it. The tigers are now finished. I can do this right there. This is one of the areas that worries me. And then we have these guys right here, which we saw what we're dealing with. See, I know if I deal with with the goblins, because there is a level difference in the sense that I'm lower level than the quest, I would definitely get a decent amount of extra XP. So part of me wants to do it. I've tested it. I know that I can complete it. I just need to be super careful. This dude has already respawned, so I might as well clear him out because I'm going to be pulling in this area. That also means that there's a risk of me ending up with multiple NPCs or with the goblins that I'm fighting and the tiger spawning on top of me, which isn't really ideal, to be honest. But I am going to need a safe area to pull them to, because there is that wandering NPC in that big giant saw-like machine, which will hurt. So we don't want to get into trouble with that. So with stuff like this, the way I like to do it is I like to kind of go on the outsides. Right there. So there's one dude. There's a tiger behind me, so I need to be careful with that. I could probably... this is what worries me, right? These guys run towards the end, and if he runs into another... I'm going to have to try and stun him. So I think that's the thing. It's going to be a thing. I'm going to need to try and stun him. Now, if my stun fails and he runs into another NPC and aggro's out, we are not going to be in a good position. As you can see, my mana is being drained pretty quickly. There is the little robot coming towards us. So I think at this point they start running. Oh. Yep, that didn't work out. I'm going to die, but might as well try and get this dude. He's already caused trouble. See if I can run away. It's not going to work too well for me. This is exactly what I was afraid of. I'm not going to make it too far. Yeah, that's the enemy. That's fine. Lesson learned. I can do it. It's just right there. That dude did exactly what I was afraid of. So I guess we just have to be a bit more cautious there. But it is doable. It's going to be slow, but I think worth it in the end. And if anything, I'm persistent, and I know I can do it. That's the thing. I know I can do it. I can solo this. I don't need help. And there's good XP both from killing the NPCs as well as from handing the quest in. So that's the thing. That's the reason I'm keen for it. Now, I'm just constantly checking the map to see that I'm going in the right direction. Okay, we are pointed in the right direction, so that is a positive thing. I'm going to try, this is my fear right now, I'm going to try and find where that dude was that I killed. I know he's next to a tree, but where? That is a bit of a problem there. So I'm going to need to rebuff, reheal, all that good stuff. I think he's around this tree, isn't he? This is somewhere where I killed him, but just... Okay. Trying to remember. I don't remember which tree I killed him around. They all looked freaking same. Not this one. Don't know. Well, that sucks. No, I don't see him. He might have despawned, you know. In which case, it really sucks. I know I killed him around the tree. Don't see him. Well, that didn't work out exactly the way I wanted it. That is kind of sucky. He's not here. See, I kind of panicked there in a moment, and I didn't actually keep tabs of where I actually got killed versus where I killed him. But I know it's one of these like tree trunks, and I can't see him anywhere. So that's kind of bad for me. That's fine. I'm gonna have to drop it. It's what it is. There's no point in looking for something that isn't there or I can't find. When there are plentiful NPCs here, this area is plentiful of NPCs. Oh Jesus, what is wrong with my English today? Yeah. So we're just going to pick up another one, get him done. Hopefully he doesn't run into anything dangerous. We do have another player here doing quests, so that does make life somewhat easier for us. In the sense that there's less of these dudes. So I'm kind of hoping that with that I can actually take advantage of it and not have to worry about too many NPCs. Jesus Christ, dude, just die. The misses. Oh no. We aggroed another one. That's why we got the crystal. We can run away. We've got enough health to run away. Pull him towards the edge. Potentially heal, but my mana pool is somewhat worrying. The only thing is I need to heal. That's the issue. That'll do me just fine for now. Let's go back. I think I should have enough mana, but the goblin ran back to where his original point was, which means I have to go back and get him. Now, because they are casters, in a sense, the problem I'm facing is having to kite these is a pain. And I want to try and kite them into an area, or pull them into an area that is not close to other NPCs, because as you can see, they are runners. Okay, I'm having a look around. Need to be super cautious here. There's our little goblin fella. See if we can pull him slightly outwards. Come on, stop casting. So every time he casts and hits me, that actually hurts. But if I can pull them further from his friends, that means he has to run a lot longer before he finds another NPC to aggro. This guy is actually quite high level as well. It's going to be interesting to see how this works for me. I think he's doable though. It just means I need to be extra cautious, and I think I need to heal right now. Maybe not. Maybe I might be alright. There we go. Sweet. So we did manage to stun him. That's good, but my health is not too good. And as you saw there, I don't think I got a whatever that gem is, so it's not a guaranteed drop. Whatever. I reckon this will give us enough XP to help us level up. I mean, all XP is good, but I do like it when I get a bit extra, so that's why I'm being greedy with these quests. Plus I like the challenge, so I don't mind dying. It does help me improve my game and my awareness in the game, to be honest. Okay, these guys, I know there's a quest with some sort of crocodile-esque type creature, but that's not the one we're looking for. Okay, well, he's got that dude covered. He's doing alright for health, you know. Not much for me to do here. He's cleared out the area pretty decently as well. How can I say? I'm a little pipsqueak. Trying to do... To be a big man. Just need to be careful here, because this is a place I don't really want to be doing these dudes. And that is because I am basically deep in their territory, which does mean that I run the risk of aggroing more than I want to pull. Okay, these guys, I just let them go by. Now the question I have here, there's two of them. If I pull one, I run the risk of pulling two of them, which I don't think I can cope with. So yeah. Plus, I think the other thing that makes me uncomfortable in that area is the fact that, like I said, I'm too deep into the area where these creatures spawn. And they've been cleared out for some time now, so there's a good chance that as I fight the goblins, they will spawn on top of me, which would not be good. Suppose I can do this. I mean, if things are gonna go wrong, they're gonna go wrong, regardless of what I try and do to save it. But I'm looking. There's that dude there. Don't think I have much of a choice, really. Okay. Hold on a bit. Let me see how these guys... Right, so he's picking up, I think, that guy. So I can be... Dude, that guy is where? Oh, that's not good. He's under the freaking map. Okay. There's nothing I can do for you. I guess I'm gonna have to go. That's something I never thought I'd see in World of Warcraft. I'd expect that in games like Ark and Conan Exiles, but not World of Warcraft. I guess sometimes things do glitch under the map. Okay, we got ourselves a geologist, a venture code geologist. So might as well club him on the face, get his gem, and then move on to the next one. And what is nice about this current situation that I find myself in is there aren't many of these around, so the chances of him running off into something dangerous and pulling that too are actually quite small. There we go. There we go. We got 4 of 8. If I can get another 4, I will be a happy man. Now, I do have half mana. But what I need... I mean, I'm probably to some extent wasting the drinks, but they're actually inexpensive. And I'd rather have a full bar of mana. It might just save my life. Now, the one thing that I need to be careful for is that big mechanical thing that will at some point respawn and wander about. I don't want to be facing that thing off. I don't think I have a chance of actually downing it, so just for that reason I don't want to try. Plus it's not part of the quest, so again, I guess more reason for me not to want to try. This one actually went a lot better. Although, I still had to burn quite a bit of mana for it. Okay. Alright, there's another one there. That is a really weird bug, that. So I wanted to get a drink. The character stood up, had a sip. I don't know if it counted it, but really we want to kind of sort of stock up on mana here. Fill up our mana because we don't know what we are going to be bumping in. So I'd rather have mana to burn than run out of it, especially when we're fighting things that are higher level than us. So another thing that I was thinking, because so what's going to happen, I'm talking about a completely different topic here. The way these videos will come out is they will be in some sort of delay, basically. So they will be delayed as compared to what is actually happening, because I intend on releasing a video a day. For me, for my channel, that's what seems to do best. So I will be streaming as well. The streams will look at as if I just jumped a couple of levels like mad. However, the videos as they come out will be at a certain delay. And so what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and to some extent time the streams so that they fit into the series, if that makes sense. But also when I get closer to the, let's say, to the goal of getting to level 70, I will put out a poll on the channel to see what people want me to play. Now, I have got a couple of classes in my mind that I would like to play, one of them being the mage. I'm thinking of a priest as well. Priest kind of does fulfill two roles. One would be DPS, the other one healer. I'm going to put down the warlock. That is a class I played and actually quite enjoyed it. Although, in all honesty, the paladin will of course be my main character. I do really like playing the paladin. It took me a while to get used to the fact that I have to get up close and personal with my opponents as I fight them. This is only whilst I level up or do my farming runs and stuff like that. It's something new that I'm not necessarily used to, as most of my characters have been ranged units, if that makes sense. But I do like this, and to be fairly honest, right, I know I've not done many dungeons, but the dungeons that I've done so far as a healer, I have actually enjoyed it. I think, in my opinion, I did quite well. Of course, there are things that I can improve upon, and that is going to happen, but as it currently stands, I'm doing quite well. I'm enjoying the role of the healer, and to me, it looks like there's a bit of a shortage for healers. So that kind of gives me the entry into where I want to be. So potentially heroic dungeons, potentially some raids. Now, the thing I'm thinking here, it really does depend how quickly I can level up and how much time there is left for Wrath of the Lich King to come out. I don't know, and I don't think I'll be lucky enough to actually do any raids as a healer, at least not in the Burning Crusade. It would be nice if I got 1 or 2 under my belt, but realistically I'm not expecting that to be a thing, because I could probably grind for it, but there are other things I want to do whilst I am in Outlands, and one of them is to grind some rep with some factions that give us some interesting benefits, if that makes sense. And I'm not sure what the faction is called, but they have like a flying mount that looks like a stingray, basically. I think it's called, so don't quote me on this, I think it's called the Nether Ray, and I really want that as my main mount. So that is what I'm going to go for. The other thing I'm quite curious and interested, slightly worried about, is the cost for the riding skills. So that is one of the things that has me a bit, I don't know, you know, it's going to be a tough one. Hopefully I can make enough gold to get that riding skill. I do think, and I've been told, that the amount of gold that you get as you get to Outlands does significantly increase. But what does that mean? What is a significant increase? So we'll see. Okay, we got that dude that spawned back in. That worries me. Gonna have to be careful here with them. We're basically just gonna go around here and look for opportunities here on the outskirts of this area, on the outer edge, and just kind of work with that. I think that's my best hope here. I feel like that would be the smartest thing to do. Like, honestly, I think, yeah, I don't. The other thing is, I worry about them running into some dangerous area. So I'm talking about the NPC. Okay, we got the tiger that's aggroed onto us, so that's fine. We can deal with him. Hopefully we didn't aggro both tigers, so I need to be careful. I kind of want to keep an eye on him as well. One tiger is not that bad. So I'm trying to preserve some mana here. Just because we're not far from actually completing this quest, which is actually not a bad idea. Not bad going at all, you know. We did take advantage of another player farming this area. So that actually was a massive help to me. Now I know that the robot thing is right there. So it's going to be a while before it returns. Ooh, right, okay, never mind. I was going to try and go for that guy, but sadly enough, he was going to pull more than we wanted to work with. So I'll just, if I can bring him here, then that's actually not a bad thing. Oh, dude, you made me jump. Did not expect you to come from behind me like that. It's fine, he did not follow us all the way, which is kind of awful. I do need to kind of think of how to get these last couple of gems that we're looking for. So luckily for me, there is another player farming around here. So that kind of gives me a bit of confidence. You're getting close to that. I can't really do it. See, that's the problem right there. I think I'm going to have to walk. Oh, I can do that guy that's walking away. Or I can have a look around here and see if we can find anything. Because this dude has already cleared out a good area, so that means I can actually pull. There we go. There's my answer right there. Perfect. I mean, I am not enough to actually fight these things when I'm quite I'd say a good amount of levels below them, but I do enjoy the challenge, so you know, I'm not too bothered about it. So right now, oh, he's running, but he's got nowhere to go. And that is that. Of course, he didn't give us what we needed, which is to be expected. This is World of Warcraft. There's no guarantees in drops. So there's a guy right there that we can actually pull. I don't see anything around him. And if I don't pull him, our friend over there that's also doing the same thing will eventually do that. So I need to kind of get him as quick as I can before he gets killed by someone else, really. So here's to hoping he doesn't run off and messes up our plan here. Like, one of the things that I find somewhat annoying, and I get it, it's part of the game, it's a mechanic, is when they start running off and aggroing other NPCs. It's fun, it's challenging, but it looks like I was being hit from behind. Yep. So I'm being hit by two of these dudes, but the caster over there has kind of picked him up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of, I mean, he's doing really good, he's taking him down really quick, so I'll just give him a buff here just for good measure, and a heal, although I should probably use one for myself as well. I feel like that would be a very wise choice. And let's have a little drink here. Okay, so we don't need much now to complete this. And do you know what? For the level differences, I have gained what I would say is acceptable and towards really good XP for the kills, just because they're higher level. So I'm happy with how things have progressed. Now let's see what this guy is doing. I'm going to follow him around simply because, yeah, the reason for that is simply because two of us in the same area. I'm not going to try, right, so if I make the mistake of accidentally tagging what he was after, I do apologize. That is not my intention. My logic behind it is quite simple. I'm low level in an area with pretty high level creatures, and so what he clears out combined with what I clear out just kind of gives me that reassurance or safety net that there's a smaller likelihood of me getting into some serious trouble where that could spell the end of me. So basically that's my logic. That's the way I'm looking at it. So he's here, we're here. If we both take down, say, a target each, there's going to be a specific timing before the respawn of that creature takes place. And so by doing that, it kind of gives me that confidence that I'm not going to be dealing with multiple targets. All right, let's see where he's going. Okay, so we have a geologist here. Oh, there's two of them. Hold on a bit. I think he's finished, maybe. I mean, he has been burning them down really quickly. Right, hold on a bit. Oh, we have aggroed them, so I guess we're going to run away. They are too close to each other. I don't like that. Okay, I think right here is good enough. My confidence has grown. Now the question is, am I going to get that gem that we're after? Because if I do get it, that is actually quite good. That means I'm done with this area. Good grief and good riddance. And then I can move on to other better stuff. So let's see. Now I have seen that big robot patrol there, so it's only a matter of time before it kind of comes where comes down the path that we are on. So yeah, we're gonna need to kill another one. But I'm a bit worried right now. Right, we can try and avoid some. Okay, see right there, that's the problem I have right here, so I need to move really quickly. We're gonna go back down this way. It's the safest way. We're gonna try and avoid that big machine. And I think we're in a safe area. I have rebuffed myself just in case. So I know he's now behind us. He's going to have some time before he actually comes back on top of us. We can take advantage of this. There's one right there. So we have plenty of time. And I should have probably sorted my health and mana out. I do feel confident enough to be able to take this thing down, this creature down. Although, in all honesty, it will be rather tight. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. As you can see, we are really trying our luck here. Let's try and stun this dude so he doesn't run away. There we go. Nope. Just my luck. That's fine. Let's get another drink. So, oh, there's one right there, so I can actually work with that as well. I don't feel very confident there, so I'm just gonna sort of shift around here. I just worry that things will spawn on top of me. So I'm at the ready to leave should I need to do so. I think I'm gonna back down here and just kind of face that direction because I know where they are at. I know I wasted a drink there, but having my back to this NPC kind of stressed me out, so now I can actually see where the NPC is. Ooh, another geologist spawned right on top of us. I'm glad I moved. That would have been somewhat challenging. So hopefully that geologist doesn't wander too close to us. I'm going to pull him. Oh, there's another one right there. So let's kind of pull him around the corner. Dude. Oh, for God's sakes, this is not going my way right now. We're gonna have to deal with the situation. This is not a good place to be right now. This tiger's really not helping me out. And the other thing that's kind of annoying right here, right now. Oh, he's coming towards me. That's fine. This is what I wanted to do. Unfortunately, bad timing. What annoyed me right there is the fact that he's shooting through a cliff or a rock face, which makes no sense to me. That should be out of line of his sight, meaning he should move into a position where he could see me, which is what I was going for. But yeah, sometimes walls in World of Warcraft aren't a thing. It's only a imagination thing. So yeah, these guys seem to have broken the matrix. Alright, well, he parried that one. That was very useful. I think we might possibly have a chance of taking this geologist down. Thank God for that. Yes, there is my quest completed. Nearly epically failed there. We managed to stay on top somehow. Although, I don't know, if that fight lasted, I don't know, say 30 seconds longer, I don't think it would have ended too well for me. So I have 2 quests completed, one down here and one with the tigers. I'm looking at what next to do, where to go. So I think the way I'm going to do this is stick to the northern part of Stranglethorn Vale, try and complete the quest up here. Some seem to be slightly more on the challenging side of the spectrum, but if I can complete them, then I will do so, even if they are more challenging than what I initially expected, unless they are really difficult, in which case I will have to come back to them. So I think for now that is it for this video. I'm going to end it here. Join me in the next one, where I will continue working towards all these, or towards completing all these quests that we have. I think this is the next area I want to work on, but yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm going to start this off, and we will carry it on in the next video. So this is what we're looking for right here. It's going to be interesting to see what the drop rate is for these creatures. So apparently these are the Crystal Spine Basilisks, and I need some items off of them. I don't really know what the drop rate for this is. We have the possibility that they will be low drop rate. We'll see right now. Figure this one out. Give this a test run. Luckily though, they are not too high levels, so that actually is good for me. I can actually just kind of relax and just take it easy here, and as you can see, I have a decent amount of mana left, which is nice. It's nice to have enough mana at the end of a fight to actually go into another fight and not have to sit down every time and have a drink. Okay, so we need the crystal shards. Should not be too difficult here. I do wonder how often or how frequent these creatures are, but let's go and do maybe one more, possibly 2 more, and then I think I'm going to end the video here. I will of course pick up from the same exact location, so then we'll see where we move on to in the next video. Really, it's going to be a case of just testing areas and seeing what we can actually achieve with regards to the creatures that we fight. That's where the challenge comes in, just because of the level differences. But if we can do it, we will do it. That is for sure. It's a certainty. Alright, so not too bad. I can definitely probably do another Basilisk, to be honest. Okay, let's give this dude a go. Sort of short on the amount of mana that I have, but that's fine. I think I can do it. And with this last Basilisk, I will end the video. I'm looking at the time as well. This is actually quite not bad. For once, I'm actually sticking to the time scale that I intended initially for the series. But yes, that is it for this video, folks. Thank you all so very much for joining me. I really do appreciate it, and especially if you made it this far into the video. You guys are awesome, and this is why I do it. And yeah, as always, until next time, stay safe, folks.